Hello.
Woo.
Hi.
Whoa. Microphone. Hey, Blasphemers. Hang tight. DJ Nini is our guest again, and we're about to start right now. Hey, Blasphemers. Welcome to Simple Blasphemy, where we have the best times with the worst topics.
We're three friends that discuss everything and nothing, from wacky headlines to games and trivia. All subjects bizarre and risque are on the table.
Our weekly guests range from friends, musicians, and artists to professionals in a variety of industries.
We go live on Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Want to support the show? Join our Patreon. You can find it and more at www.simpleblasphemy.com.
So grab a drink and join in!
It's too late now. This is Simple Blasphemy.
All right. Cue that crowd. Where's the crowd applause? What happened there?
Oh yeah.
Where's the sauerkraut?
Wow,
I really love you.
we have officially made it to that shitty podcast fake audience crap that everyone has.
Boom!
Which is funny. I always find it funny.
At least
But
we still
anyway,
have a live DJ doing it.
that's what I'm talking about. Welcome to Simple Blasphemy Podcast, all you blasphemers out there. My name is Zach Ward, and I have here with me always Andy's.
I told my wife last night to expect 12 inches. She said, "What, are we going to fuck 4 times?"
Boy. I was waiting for the boo. And also, Mr. Zach Green.
I have nothing to say. Fucking A. Hey, how many face diapers is everybody up to these days?
I got
See-
two go-to face diapers and then
At
a
the
bunch
same
of
time?
spares. Oh, no. Single one, but you can double up.
Okay, all the info on this show can be found at simpleblasphemy.com. If you click that like, share, or subscribe button, Andy, what do you receive this week?
Your long-lost childhood pet will come back to you.
Favorite?
Oh,
Even from another realm? Is that what you're...
yeah. You can expect this giant fucking lizard to come crawling up your driveway.
Hey, look, it's my salamander. Hey, as mentioned this week, our special guest is none other than DJ Nini back again. What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
How is
Hello.
everyone?
Hello.
All right.
Thanks for coming back on this podcast.
Yeah. And we have Julio in the chat already, and I want to make sure that he gets this information really quickly. We are going to be discussing the worst songs to play at a wedding, the worst songs to play at a funeral, and the worst songs to get a lap dance at a strip club. So if you're
Specifically.
at a well, I mean, it certainly could be on your couch as well, I suppose. Like
Bus
If they're
stop.
on home because of COVID.
Yeah. You have to outsource your lap dances these days.
a virtual lap dance. I don't know how that is, but
Grabbing the laptop and just pounding it against your pelvis.
yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like just about anything you can get, I suppose. So to get to know DJ Nini just a little better, we have a couple questions for you. The fast and free for all. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
Probably just to have like total magic. Like I just got like magic.
So you're saying like
Dark magic?
blow me
White
into the
magic?
Yeah, like I could like if I see like a carpet, I can get on that carpet and it's now a flying magic carpet because like I got the magic.
game.
Or like I can get a top hat and be like, "Hey everybody," and like pull a rabbit out of that hat because I got the magic.
Look, enough fish and bread for everybody.
Yeah, like
Thanks, Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus was a magician. He was a
Magic
pretty good
too, like,
magician.
just, like I see some water,
Sleight of
I just
hand.
walk on it.
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
and make it turn to wine, for that matter.
Yeah. No, I think it was the blood. It was his blood turned to wine.
Well, yeah. Well, it depends on if you're a Catholic. Anything is
Take
wine.
this,
I don't know.
If you
all
drink
of
enough
you,
it.
and drink from it.
This is my blood.
I gotta be cool to have some magic.
Okay. Hey, you know what? That's actually a really good answer because
That's a new one.
typically we get teleportation or invisibility,
Flight.
and usually those people are the creepy ones. So, question number 2: what age do you consider old? I mean, you're a young lady. You're what, 21?
I'm 24 now. It's
24?
been 8 years since we've talked.
Oopsie. It's been one, I think. But what age do you consider old at such a nice young age of 24?
Old as in like, cause like what kind of living
However you
are
want.
we talking about? Cause like,
Do you think Mick Jagger is old?
Mick Jagger? Who's
Mick Jagger
Who's
from the
that?
Rolling Stones.
Jurgens.
It's the guy. It's the one they dance like. Jaeger. Dance like Jaeger.
Dance
Dance like you're drinking Jaeger.
dance like Jagger.
Ooh, dance like Yamir Jager.
So, what do you think? What's old to a young lady like yourself?
Probably like
When would you consider yourself old? Maybe that's a better question.
I'm old when I can enroll in AARP,
Okay.
65.
Okay.
which is 18.
18.
Yeah.
What about bifocals? When you start wearing bifocals?
No,
Are you old?
because my brother had to get glasses when we were really young, and that was because he like a zipper in your coat. We were like playing or something. I don't remember the exact how it happened, but like that shit like got in his eye somehow.
Ooh.
He had to get glasses after that.
All right.
Well, did you get blamed for it?
No, because like I was there. I was like, oh shit, because we were twins, so it was like.
You're not
If
twins
something
anymore
was
because his
serious-
eyes all fucked up.
Yeah, we're not twins
Oh man, you are so quick, dude.
No, we're still twins.
That's what I've always admired about you, Andy. I
Is
just
that-
I don't have that talent, man.
How many times in your life, being a twin, have you heard the term womb mate?
Oh.
Oh no.
When you were born, was it a
That's a
birthquake?
good one. I'll have to use that next time
Do you have to play?
we're out. But we don't really do. We haven't seen each other because of the coronavirus and
Mhm.
stuff. Like just traveling and stuff is just not right now. But whatever. But like with the whole roommate thing, I'll have to use that next time because he always like if we're out together like at a party or a bar, he'll always be like to people, "Oh, we were in the womb together." So
Mhm.
I'll have to be like, "We were
Who-
roommates."
Who slid down the slide first? Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm older than you by like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
literally 2 minutes.
The next question is you seem like a really chill girl. I mean, you're doing your thing, you're DJing music, you're the life of the party, but let's face it, what is the one thing that makes you lose your temper?
Just kidding. Probably the one thing that makes me lose my temper is, people that are they just mean people, like just like negative people.
Oh, there's so many out there today.
They want to see you fail. They like when you're doing so good. They're the ones that like want to see you fail like that.
Dream
That kind-
crushers.
But then, but then that's also like kind of motivation to make you do better stuff. So I guess gluttony is like a thing that makes me kind of mad. Probably also when people are like mean to animals. I hate when people yank their dogs,
Mhm.
like especially when they're little dogs and they're like
Oh yeah.
come here, like with the,
Like a
with the
fucking
leash and the dog's like.
yeah.
And like that shit, and they're so little, and they're like, and they don't have a harness. They have like something on their neck, and then being a little dog, like there should be like a normality that like little dogs need harnesses. Like big dogs, it's kind of different. They like that shit. But like little dogs, like they're very sensitive. Like people don't understand. So I hate when people are like rough with that, with the little dogs.
People that are mean to
big
little dogs.
too, and big dogs too. But
Yeah.
little dogs get it the worst, and that's why little dogs are so mean, like to big dogs. Like people are always like, oh, like what little dog mentality? Like it's because they've been like beat up all their lives. So it just sucks.
Yeah.
This is striking a chord for
This
Andy.
is fucking taxonomy of dog abuse here.
So, last question too.
PETA kills animals.
Yeah. Fuck them.
What is the worst job you've ever had? What's the worst job you've ever had?
Oh my god. Okay, so the first job that I think of, like before I tell you what it is, I just wanna point out that this job did teach me a lot, and I'm glad that I did it.
Sure.
I don't regret doing it at all. Like it opened my mind, and like I'm glad that I did it. I wouldn't take it back, but as far as doing this job till you retire every day, 9 to 5, waking up in the morning, that's what you do. That's who you are. Dude, I couldn't do that shit. Like, okay, so when I was like just got out of college, I was job hunting, and my dad's a very successful salesperson in the paper industry, and paper and promotion industry.
Michael Scott?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Oh.
So no.
Who's that?
So I went and talked to. I networked with his people, and one of his people gave my information to like one of her people, and this guy ran a factory and needed manual labor because his machines were down. And I'm like fresh out of college, like ready to join the workforce. So I'm like, sure, like work for sure, and like I did that shit, and like I did what machines are supposed to be doing, just like over and over and over, the same thing over and over and over again. It was like you were putting these pieces of paper into envelopes, into a box, and you had to make sure it was like out of the stack, like the 3 that you needed. And if you like took too many, you had to like go back. So you'd be very like careful. And they didn't tell me what I was doing. They didn't tell me what it was for.
What was it
It's
for?
almost time to go back to work. It's almost time to go back to
Wait,
work.
is
evicted
It's
an
almost time to go
entire
back to work.
apartment
It was
complex.
like-
Wait, is there more to the story?
if you want to know.
What was it for?
So I'm like, I'm doing my work, and I'm like, I'm doing it, and like, and it's a successful factory. Like, they got a good thing going. They got a great business model. Like, no hate to them whatsoever. Like, I swear to God, like I put the main guy on all of my recommendations. Like if I'm going out for a job, like I'm filling out a job application, he's my recommendation.
Mhm.
Like outside of like me and that business that I'm applying for. So it like great people, but they didn't tell me what I was like doing. And like, so I'm like, I'm observant. I'm an observant person. So I looked at the papers on like at least on the second or third day,
Oh, here we go.
and
Here we
like,
come.
and it was like,
Wait for it, folks.
it was like to ban abortions. So basically, in my eyes,
Pro-life.
like that, you could say that, yes, but like it was to diminish women's rights.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sent out to like all these zip codes, to like every zip code of like the whole nation. There was like so many of them, and it was just basically like, help us get rid of women's rights, donate this amount. And like you couldn't donate under $200 for some reason, like in the box. Like you probably could, but like it was like a checkbox. And I'm like, I'm basically like pushing envelopes to like take away my rights. And like all the people that were like in this, like doing it with me, were like women that were like way past fertility.
Right.
I mean, this is nothing to
That's
do
why they
with
had
it.
machines
So
doing
I
it.
just felt so dirty doing it, and I didn't know what I was doing when I signed up. And I'm the kind of worker that like I will stick there till the end. Like if I am scheduled to do this for 2 weeks, Monday through Friday for 2 weeks, I will do it, and that's what I did. Like it was kind of a while ago, so I'm pretty sure that's what was the schedule kind of. And I did what I was like signed up for, and I didn't back
Right.
out because I'm like, I'm a hard worker. Like I don't just say no. But the whole time I was like, this is like the dirtiest money I've ever made in my life.
Yeah.
And I
So-
spent it all on a festival ticket that
Nice.
got canceled.
Ooh. So and folks, if you're in the chat, you can ask questions. Julio says,
So funny.
what did DJ Nini take in college? What'd you go to college for?
So I went to college for communication,
Communications. Okay, that makes sense.
and I
Makes
minored in psychology. I wanted to minor in psychology because I wanted to study it because I really thought it was interesting, but I didn't want it to be my minor because all the work related things in psychology is like not something I would want to be a part of.
Okay.
So
So-
communication is cool.
Awesome. So let's do a little bit of formality here, folks. And if you're joining us, we are going to cover the worst songs to play at a funeral, a wedding, and also the worst songs for a lap dance from a person. We like to give a shout out to the #1 country that tunes into the audio only version of our website. And once again,
Thank you,
90
India.
92.59% India, although we will say, I think I saw Ireland showed up, which we haven't had before. Germany, Ireland, Canada, United Kingdom are runners up after the United States. And that also leaves us with our shout out from none other than our producer, Tanner.
Your main man.
Words.
Where's the clapping?
Hey guys, Tanner here. Due to recent current events, I have a new favorite hair product and I'm really excited to show it to you guys. So I want to give a big shout out to all the people at Gorilla Glue because shit ain't going anywhere when you put this in your hair, okay? Okay.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
a week late, but not a dollar short. But that was awesome, Tanner. Thank you very much. And before we dive into our discussion on DJing and music, DJ Nini, can you give us just a small background or a recap because she was on before about a year ago of how did you fall into the DJing world, and then also how did you start incorporating playing guitar at the same time as DJing?
First
Okay.
off, I met this girl named Molly. And-
Are you? What is that? Whoa. That means something different for me
Hey.
because I was visited by Molly a number of times. Is it the same Molly we're talking about?
Molly Ringwald?
Probably, honestly, Zach. But no. But
MD.
it's a little bit in the way, but yeah, she's a cool girl, but not a long-term relationship.
Oh, we're not talking about drugs.
Oh,
Well,
Oh, I thought you were talking
You
about.
had to make that shit
Never mind.
awkward, didn't you?
no,
Good for you.
no, because when you think about like the type of DJing that I like is that rave mentality, that ecstasy like vibe, but I wasn't like condoning drugs. I was just trying to be funny.
I like that.
I don't
Ecstasy was one of the best drugs I've
But
ever
when
had in my
I
life.
first- When I was like doing drugs for the first time, and like I drugs are bad, but like I'm not gonna say like I've not done them. Like I'm a musician. Like I wouldn't be who I am musically if I didn't do them when I was in high school. And like
It sounds like you're covering your tracks because we don't drug shame here, folks. We do not
Yeah.
drug shame.
yeah, you
Just
never
be
know
safe.
who's, like watching this, and I don't want anyone to get misconstrued because like
Perfect.
I'm not
Okay.
I'm not gonna like deny anything. Like I did what I did, but I'm also gonna say that like I don't do that anymore.
Do you think Popeye did a bunch of drugs and he said, "Yeah, I did what I did"?
Yeah, dude.
It's I am what I
No,
am.
Molly,
I know.
Molly will fuck you up. Like it is. That shit is like that shit's not good, and like it's not the purest kind of drug. Like no one's really looking out for it that way. Like you don't know what you're taking.
So let me steel man what you're basically saying in a nutshell is that you had some experiences with that.
That's how
You know,
I first. Yeah, I was
techno trance.
Yeah, I was into the party scene, and I just like stumbled into a rave one day. This
Okay.
is like literally how it happened, like how I wanted to be a DJ. Guitar is a different story, but
Of course.
DJing is this story. And I was just like in that like wave of partying all the time, and actually just starting to want to do that all the time. And I stumbled into this rave at this local venue called the Norva. Norfolk, Virginia. That's where it is, Norva. And I just was like, holy shit. Like I saw the DJ DJing like this kind of like this dubstep music. And I was like, this is the future. Like this is it. Like I want to be the one on the stage. Like I want to be doing that. Like that's how like
About what year would you say?
this is the future. That's what I saw. I saw the future, and it was so underground. It was probably like, okay, so I graduated high school in 2015. So probably like 13, probably 13, probably like 2012 actually, 12
Okay.
or 13. Yeah, like my freshman year of high school is when I first, and I was like, and at that time I was like all about sports. And I was like, I'm going to the Olympics, yada yada yada. I'm such an athlete. And
Time out. No.
as a
That
joke-
needs more explanation.
as
That
a
needs more.
joke, no, that's about it. As a joke, I was like, I'm quitting field hockey to be a DJ, and I really did that though.
Field
But
hockey.
they
That's
took me off the team, so went a little bit different. But it was good for me because then I was able to become a DJ. I found peace in music in that hard time of like being kicked off the team and stuff like that. Because I had no friends. Like all your friends are on the team, and because you're kicked off the team, they're not your friends anymore. So
right. And Denise says, "Love you, Nini." By the way.
oh yeah, love you, Denise. Yeah.
So okay, you found you found a new love, which is
Yeah,
music and DJing.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first couple steps? Did you go to a music store? Did you try to find turntables, digital turntables, vinyl? What'd you do?
So first, I was like, the first thing I'm gonna do is get like all my library set. Like I'm gonna just download a bunch of music. Like, so because I didn't have any equipment yet, I just had software. So I downloaded a bunch of a bunch of music, a bunch of MP3 files, and then I walked into an Apple store with my mom actually, and she was really generous that day. I don't know what possessed her because I was not a good kid growing up, but I don't know. Her dad was a musician, so maybe she had like a
Soft
Mhm.
spot. Yeah.
soft spot for it, and she bought me my MacBook Pro that I use today, and then this like rinky dink like deck that's like this big, like
Sure.
bigger than my MacBook Pro, and it was off Live DJ, which is like a rinky dink software system, but it's like that's how you learn the basics, and so that's how I learned the basics, and then I updated to something else that I really don't remember the name of, but now I'm at an NS7 III, and I don't use the 3 part because the 3 is like the screens on the deck, but like for some reason they didn't they made it, I don't know, I feel like the vibrations at my gigs, because it's great for studio work, but the vibrations at my gigs like make the cables all and it'll disconnect because
Okay.
like the vibrations will move the cables or something, and it always like makes the whole thing stop, so it's actually safer to not use that. So.
Sounds like he has some bad solder joints in that unit.
Mhm.
I recommend
But-
British Naval Connectors.
Yeah.
BNC.
So,
Solder joints.
so Nini, so what you went to a rave, you figured out the love of that. What was the equivalent to the guitar? What did you do? How did that happen?
So I've always, just when I was like a baby, like I swear to God, like I've always loved the guitar. Like I've always fantasized about it, dreamt about it. Like the guitar is like spiritual to me. Like I'm still trying to figure it out. Like I love the guitar. So I've always been a wannabe and guitarist. And in third grade, like 12 years old in third grade, like I got my first like guitar lessons and my first guitar and stuff like that. And just from then on, it was always like there for me, even when I wasn't like there for it. Like when I was like in my sports phase in high school, then like rehash what we talked about when I got kicked off the team. It was like there for me, and then like since today, it's like that's kind of like what took me off. Like
So-
I thought I was going somewhere bad, but I was actually going somewhere good.
Yeah. Let me throw up a picture, folks. This is a little visual of what's happening. And when she first started off, there she is playing the guitar along with actually DJing. So that's right. A lot of people, let me rephrase that. A lot of musicians tend to give DJs a lot of shit saying they're not, real musicians or anything like that. You have mastered a way where that
They can't shit
can't say it.
talk.
Yeah.
They still do, Zach. I'm telling
Oof.
you. Like some people still do. It's like they see what I do when I'm like in the performance. I'm like doing it, and it's so in tune. Like when I have all the acoustics right, and I have like my guitar mixed well with the mix that's playing, and everything's just like so congruent. Like I can I see where they're coming from. Like it doesn't sound real, but it is.
Mhm.
If I were to stop playing, like you would notice. Like the only time I did that was when I had my friend Zoe, like just in my room. Like this is like my room, and like I just like she was just like chilling with me, and like I was playing like one of my sets for her, and like I was like trying to I like showed her. I was like, look, when I stop, it's like a whole different vibe, and like that was the first time I ever like stopped, because I can't stop. Like it sounds so good to me, and like it sounds so right that like I don't want to stop. So why would I stop? But like when I do stop, it's like you obviously like know that like I'm not making this up. Like this is not, the guitar is not pre-recorded. Like I'm actually playing the notes on this guitar. Like I'm playing the guitar.
So also, we just want to mention real quick, folks, that in the description, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube, there is a link that you can find DJ Nini. It's her music Facebook page. So let's just do a little bit of a deep dive into some pictures from your Facebook account.
There's
You've been-
more? You dug up more?
You've
That's
been
what I
on
said.
you've been on Facebook even during high school. I mean, this wasn't too long ago for you. So I
joined
think
Facebook and like
there's a couple pictures that could use some really good explanation, and hopefully will bring a smile to your face.
I'm
All right.
just smiling.
I need some explanation from this one. Here we go. Can you please tell us what's going on here?
Oh yeah, that's my cult.
Okay.
I'm in a
Which one?
cult.
You are
I'm in a fucking cult,
second
Dad.
to the right, it looks like.
I don't know, because we all look the same because we're in a cult.
Okay.
I don't
What-
know who I am. Let me see. No,
You're second to the right.
no, yeah, I'm second to the last. Yeah.
What is this? What's going on here?
So I'm Greek Orthodox.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what I am.
Mhm.
So I'm Greek, and we're very traditional and very cultural,
Mhm.
or we're supposed to be. A lot of times, me and my friends don't get along with it, but at the end of the day, like we're still Greek.
Okay.
But,
Are you
like, yeah, it's like we were dancing in that. That was at this thing called FDF. It's called something. I don't remember, but it's called FDF. And it's like a dance competition for like folk dance and like Greek dance. Like
Okay.
Greek dance falls in that. So like
are you ready for the second picture? That
Yeah.
needs more explanation.
We lost big time in that. Like, we would get like last place, but we'd
Well,
always
maybe
have
if-
fun.
It's not about winning.
Maybe if you were playing guitar, it'd be a different story. All right.
I mean, the bouzouki is the guitar in Greek. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Here's picture number 2.
Oh yeah. That was when I was like cool in high school. When I was playing sports in high school.
It looks as if you are a homecoming queen or something,
have
or
a
what is
sash.
this?
It was my freshman year. So like, when I told you I like went to my first rave, my freshman year, that was like second semester, I guess, of my freshman year. My first semester, I was like super into sports. Like coming from middle school to high school, I was playing sports in middle school. So like, of course, you would like still do that in high school, and you do all the camps and stuff and the tryouts during the summertime. So you meet all your friends before. So I just like from the bat, I would just like became like really popular because, I mean, I have a great personality. Like I'm Greek, you know. So like, but so it was fun. And then like, but then when you don't conform to like what they want to be, or if you like have like another life outside of that like the sports life, they get really upset at that. So I got kicked off the team. So that was like before I got kicked off the team. That was when I was like at the peak of like me being on the team. And that's why it was such like a big deal, because I was like an influential person on that team. Like I was like the goalie or whatever, and like, so yeah. So then when I was off the team, it was like, what do I do now with my life? Like I thought my whole life was over. It's so funny how like
You're
not.
gonna rock.
In high school, you thought your whole life was
Like,
over?
I really did. So then I was like, I'm just gonna like freaking get fucked up every day and like drink every day.
I'm 43 and still have those thoughts. What the hell?
I didn't even
My life's
start
not
having
over.
those thoughts yet.
Good thing I
All
got
right.
it over with.
We got a couple more pictures to go through. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. You team up with a photographer named Mallory, correct?
Mallory.
So this is the next
From Family
photograph.
Ties?
This is actually one of my favorite photographs because it's like that pinup type of
Yeah, it's kind of
thing.
sweet.
That's
It's
a nice
like
Chevy.
Grease, but like with Grease.
Sure. Oh yeah. So my question to you is you're I never knew who this person was, but after you started posting photographs with her, I started following her because she's a really, really good photographer.
Yeah, she's great.
She got a great eye and she's got
She's
good equipment.
unbelievable.
What I'm trying to get at is self-promotion. It's very difficult to not only have a talent, it's unlikely to always have a musical talent, playing guitar, being a businesswoman, right? And, having content. What made you decide to do, because on your page, you've got tons of different types of pictures recently in an arcade. And what makes you do that stuff? Is it all part of your branding thing?
Absolutely, Zach. Like that was actually one of my first decisions of when I was going into this professionally, was to do so. One of my first jobs in college, like my first job ever, actually, is I work for this radio station, FM 99. That's like a rock station in my area, and they do a thing called Rock Girl. And the way they hire is through a competition of all these local girls who want to do it. And what they win is a job at the radio station. It's part-time, like as far as pay goes, but you get to be backstage with the rock stars. You get to interview like people, like you get to do all this really cool stuff, be at all the events, like give motorcycles away, like hang out with rock stars,
Sure.
and do photo shoots,
Kiss
and
babies.
all that they do. Yeah, like Nikki Sixx. And the way that they do the photo shoots is through Mallory, that girl that does the photo shoots with me. That's how I met her. Was through FM 99. So
It's awesome.
so I was like, that would be a really good move for me to do. Like do a photo shoot do photo shoots like how the Rock Girl does, and use it to promote my gigs, just like FN99 uses those photos to promote like their business, you know.
Yeah. All right. Last photograph. What inspired you for this one?
Oh yeah. Probably because
Sticky
that-
bug.
See,
like a month after that shoot that picture was taken, that sign got totally
Waterman's.
that sign got destroyed by a storm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like a terrible thunderstorm came up like the next thing to happen after that shoot and just like destroyed that sign.
That
So I was
maybe
like, let's
God
do a
might have been
farewell.
mad.
And we covered she has a bunny hat that she passes around during her shows. We did cover that in the last episode, so folks, go find it, or if you wait till tomorrow, I'll have that link
Yeah,
in
go
the.
find the bunny head. Sometimes like it disappears from me. Like one time I left it at like a festival that I was doing the after party for, and I was at the festival like hanging out with everybody before, just like being a normal person, and I left the bunny head there. But then when I was playing my gig at the after party, like somebody brought it back.
That's awesome.
That's my bunny head, damn it.
Yeah, that was great. Like, shout out to that person. Like, that was very nice. I think they were from Richmond. So, Richmond's a great area.
All right, so we're gonna jump into one quick segue here, folks. In where we live in Ohio and also Southeast Michigan, we have received a lot of snow. That was me earlier today, but
Was it for the cold? The mask, because it was cold.
Actually, the mask came in very good handy.
COVID in the snow.
Snowvid.
Snowvid.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. That's the newest thing.
if
People
there
don't know about
was-
that.
If there was, I didn't get it
It's COVID season 4.
that time. But we did post this picture on our Facebook account, which for those, I suppose I haven't really catered to the audio people, but we have the Oscar Mayer wiener truck that had skid out, and a few people wrote a caption for this photograph. Sometimes you plow the wiener, sometimes the wiener gets plowed. Okay, that's creative. Put your wiener in a ditch may cause what is that? Peyronie's disease? Yeah, I don't know what that is. And slippery when wet, folks. There it is, the Oscar Mayer wiener. Now, we are going to dive. Yeah, I don't know. We are going to dive into our first great topic, which is the worst songs or songs to avoid at a wedding. For a wedding, folks.
Whew.
Have you DJ'd any weddings at all?
Oh my God, yes. I'm a wedding expert.
Yeah. And what are some of the things that, or you've heard people even say they don't want, or what have you? What's happening out there?
So people usually tell me what they want rather than what they don't want, but sometimes I will get a gig that they don't tell me anything. And I just show up and I'm just like, hey, like, I'm here. Do you guys have a first dance song? And they're like, we haven't really thought about it. And we're like all here.
Like, you don't want to play You Give Love a Bad Name.
Yeah. So they're like, just Google something. So we just come up. That's happened before for sure.
Green, what was your wedding?
And then I do. Oh.
Green, what was your wedding first dance or whatnot with your lovely bride that you don't deserve?
Wow. I know. He's just
Jesus Christ.
God, that's love. There's emanating love coming from.
Whew.
Yeah.
I know. I can feel it, man. That song that maybe a lot of churches play or something. It's called "Were You There When They Nailed Him to the Tree?"
That's one hell of a wedding song.
Sometimes it makes me tremble. One of my
I
favorite.
need that in my library.
Yeah.
Were you there when they nailed him to the tree?
I thought it was to
You're
the
gonna make
cross.
me
Song. Great song.
Speak
man.
in tongues and then swallow my tongue.
Andy, do you remember your first dance? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think I remember mine.
No, the first dance, no. I remember my wedding song. That's about it.
What was your wedding song?
Love of a Lifetime
I finally found.
by Firehouse.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And
I
no,
know-
I still got married in the thousands. I got married in 2010. It wasn't like it was 1989 or anything, but that was, yeah.
I know mine. My what was it? Oh shit! Wasn't James Tate? I'm trying. Van Morrison. We had a Van Morrison song. I don't.
Hey, Rachel.
My door might be locked, and I won't be able to come in if Jody's watching. Oh well.
Forgot what my.
I love you.
Girl?
I don't even know what it was, but that was not it. But yeah, if I had a half of a penny for every time I played that song, I would be a millionaire.
It's just a fraction of a penny.
A few other songs that you shouldn't play at a wedding, perhaps as a first dance. Highway to Hell. I don't know.
What about Lick It Up by
Well, if
Kiss?
you're like satanic,
Right.
I personally, the songs that I filter out and are like, I'm not gonna ever play this at a wedding unless like these people suck and I want them to get divorced because they're not paying me for some reason. Is like songs that are like breakup songs that are like really melodical that make you want to like dance and have a lot of like major chords in them for some reason, even though they're like, you listen to the lyrics and it's like, this is a sad song. Like this guy like got dumped. Like those songs, because those will get in people's heads subliminally and they will remember that time with those songs. And that song is like a breakup song. Like that, like Break Even song by the Fray, like good song, but like freaking like about a breakup. Like you just like shouldn't like you shouldn't like play those songs.
So if somebody's going up to do their first dance, I would suggest not playing I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
Yeah, like
By
that
you-
kind of like that kind of stuff. That's like really like good songs, but you listen to lyrics and it's like ugh.
The Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks.
And you can tell judge a lot of character by how people like interact with the music. Like if there's like a good song going on about like marriage and stuff, it's like the husband and wife like should be like together, you know? Like if it's like where is he? Like that's not always like a good vibe.
I agree. Julio asks the question, what would your wedding song be, DJ Nini?
Oh God.
If you were to have your first dance, you found someone to spend the rest of your life with, or at least
I don't
temporarily?
know. I would have to ask what they would want. Like
No, what would you want?
what they would want.
What would
I
you
want
want?
what they would want. Unless I'm dancing with myself, then we would probably do that song.
So
I'm getting down the what? Oh,
a bit of every kind.
Oh, I do have it. Yeah, this song, Billy Idol.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish, no, Billy Idol.
Billie Eilish Island.
Bill Eilish
Billish.
to the
Yeah.
principal's
Julio
office.
says, in hindsight, mine
Probably
should have
that's-
been Hurt.
Marry myself.
I'm assuming our Nine Inch Nails Hurt, which is a great song. All right. Well, let's move to
Favorite
In a-
guitarist, go.
what are some inappropriate songs for a funeral? Can anybody, even in the chat,
369, down real fine. Something with slipping down, sweat on my balls.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
John. That song.
maybe
that song would
avoid?
not be good at a funeral.
Alive by Pearl Jam.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh, Andy.
Oh, cool.
No, the only reason I say this because that's what I want played at my funeral.
That would be so awkward. That's like kind of a longer song too. You'd just be like,
Oh yeah,
"Ah."
you're sitting there listening to that second part of the solo, and you're just like staring at the corpse,
Yeah. Ooh.
waiting for
What
it to
a-
sit up.
And the corpse doesn't look like the person because
Not at all.
What about Another One Bites the Dust?
Yeah.
That would be fucking hilarious. My Aunt Nancy probably would have had that song playing at her funeral because she was that kind of goofy.
And again, folks, like, share, and
I like Cher a lot.
all that stuff. Andy suggests this episode you will receive your favorite childhood pet will return in some way.
I won't say it'll be fully reconstituted. You may have like a shabby skeleton crawling up your driveway.
Reanimated.
It might be from IKEA, perhaps. You might have to.
Use a hex wrench on it.
So, what about "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees?
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with hell is probably going to be really
Okay.
bad.
Jump Around by House
Because
of Pain.
people get really sensitive about that.
Hell's Bells.
Yeah, like they just like they don't want to hear about if that like somebody they lost is like gonna go to hell.
You're gonna burn in hell by Twisted Sister.
Julio, what about "Don't Fear the Reaper"? I mean, is that an appropriate funeral?
Or Living Dead Girl.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that would have to be
There we
playing from inside the casket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really quiet, really quiet. So there's just a little hint of music. So you walk up and you're saying goodbye to dear Uncle Floyd, and you lean in and you could hear yeah coming from his crotch area.
Yeah.
Every time somebody's head goes down there, Rob Zombie just screams.
See, I could see somebody doing that, and
doing
Kelly Clarkson's "Since You've Been Gone" perhaps is
Oh my God.
maybe not. Who knows? Anybody else? Zach, you're not. Is there a bad funeral song?
I don't really listen to music or know much music, but I would have to say maybe any Cannibal Corpse song would not be a good song to play at a
Okay.
funeral.
Yep.
Okay. Wholehearted by Extreme, maybe.
Especially after a heart attack.
I
Jesus.
I personally am not a fan of funerals, as many people aren't. But I don't know, man. There's
People
one
that
time.
like 'em.
They're for the people that are still living, but like, why get together for that? Just forget my dead body in the corner. Just you guys go out and have a good time that has nothing to do with me.
It's like a one last goodbye though. Like
That is true.
Some people need that.
I don't know,
closure,
but
even if it sucks.
I just want to make sure Green actually did pass away and he didn't like tunnel underneath his house or something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
oh no, I already die.
Julio's another good one. Get up, stand up.
Oh, yeah.
Fight for your life.
That's a good one. Or Get Up by Van Halen.
Jump by Van Halen.
Okay. That's fucking hilarious. You walk into the funeral parlor and Jump is playing, and that's the only song. Well, it was his favorite
yeah.
song, man.
Well, his name's Maxwell.
Or if you do any like kind of
Might
like
as well.
Oh, wait.
song, like Happy by Pharrell, like great
Comes
song.
on
But,
happy.
like it's okay to be sad at funerals. Like you are supposed to be sad. Like that's a normal emotion. Like if you were like happy at a funeral, like they'd be like that person probably killed that person.
Oh, yeah.
So happy's probably not something you listen to in your like iPod at a funeral.
Now when
Man,
they
unless you
down
really
to
hated
sleep.
that person and you walk in there with your AirPods in
Yeah,
and you're
and be
listening
like,
to Pharrell's
yeah.
Happy and you're walking through saying, goodbye,
Like-
buddy.
I'm happy. Yeah.
What was that?
Happy is dead. That's
What
true.
was that Metallica song that now I lay me down to sleep? I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Oh yeah.
Enter Sandman?
Was it? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I fucking don't know.
Who knows? Inappropriate. So let's move on to our last out of the music category because we love music. What is some of the worst songs to receive a lap dance? Now, earlier today when we first mentioned this, Julio says there's no such thing as a bad song for lap dance. Well, we're here to prove you wrong.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
I have to agree with Julio.
Oh.
It depends on who's giving the lap dance.
I have a good one though.
I,
Now, can you imagine? Now, just picture in your head somebody that you find extremely attractive and willing to give your money to. Green, narrow it down to one. And the theme song from Seinfeld comes on.
Ding, 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 ding. All of a sudden, she's got a broken back, and you have some bruises you need to explain.
Dude, the theme song to Seinfeld would be horrible. Especially if you just streamed them all together. Let's see here. Julio says Candle in the Wind. Nini, what are you thinking? What's some bad?
Probably like The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
don't see like any kind of groove of like a stripper, like unless she was like a ballerina, like stripper, like.
You may have
But,
just
yeah,
tapped into an unknown fetish right there.
Yeah.
You know, because it's so slow.
There would be. It would take whatever you were trying to do would take a long time with that song. I think.
I love
What?
Miley Cyrus, though. Let's just shout her out for a second.
Oh, she rules. My duet.
Hail Miley.
We do
that
it- we-
song with Billy Idol's fucking amazing.
We do a slow version of Malibu, my duet and I, acoustically, which is pretty cool. Miley song. Cats.
All grunge now. I'm like, finally.
That's okay. I'm down with that.
That's not saying
Cats-
I said finally. She
He's
finally
not gonna
found
say it, is he?
Cats in
What?
the Cradle.
Cats in the Cradle.
Cats in the Cradle, no boners, only tears. Nini, what is it about Miley Cyrus that you enjoy about her real quick? I mean, that's a good. You're
It's like the childhood, like, your childhood, like girl, like that you like, you know. And
Oh,
you
shit.
Love on Disney, and then at the same time as you were waking up to like how reality, like your reality was all like fake, like you were like growing up and you like open your eyes. She like got out of the Disney contract and like also opened her eyes and went through her like crazy girl phase at the same time as like me and a lot of other girls. So it's just like, I don't know, it's like a universal thing because she was like making music and being in that like limelight and I don't know. It's just like I relate to her, and I've never related to her even more now because I'm like hearing her album, like her newest album, and it's like it is pretty like punk rock, like, and just all the little like things she's doing live, like with people and like Joan Jett and stuff, and she's just like, I don't know, the like when she covered the Cranberry song, like I don't know,
Zombie.
yeah, like she sounds like she's like really finding like her punk rock, and like I just really like that.
I'll tell you what, for me, she has a confidence in her that doesn't look fake. You know, some people are just confident. Like if you take like a Britney Spears, who you kind of hear that she, as much as
Leave
people,
Britney alone.
exactly.
That
but
was the best video ever.
you know what I mean? She,
Why?
but Miley seems like she is, you know,
The real deal
Just-
Holyfield.
real deal Holyfield.
Like, granted, she was privileged as fuck. Like, her dad's Billy Ray Cyrus. Like, she was like brought up into it.
God, is that
You know what
privileged?
I mean? So it's like I don't, and like you know,
That's
I
a
like,
handicap.
think
That's a
about her, but
handicap. Yeah, she
if
played
I
with
were
a
to ever-
handicap.
If
Well,
I
if
were
you-
to ever meet her, like it might, my whole perception of her might change. Like that's happened with me before. you
I
know?
suppose if
So-
somebody had a heart attack, achy breaky heart wouldn't be appropriate.
But from my perspective, yeah, that would be bad.
Can I attend to the lap dance question really quick?
Yeah, we got to get back at it.
Because the first thing that came to mind was blood on the dance floor.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, I see where you're going there. Okay.
Do you?
All right.
Blood.
Um,
Murder. That song, Murder.
What's the fucking
Yeah.
what's the Miley Cyrus song with the Billy Idol thing? It's on her new album. It's awesome.
anybody?
I'm doing it right now. Night crawling.
That'd be bad if like someone was like murdered.
Yeah, it would definitely be bad. Now, what about lap dance bad songs? Cotton Eye Joe, is that a?
Again, somebody's getting injured.
Yeah. Oh no.
Shake it, girls.
Just in case you didn't want that stuck in your head tonight. Too
Oh,
fucking bad.
This song's lit though. People will be getting lit to that at, like sports games.
Oh, trust me. I mean, I get that.
Like it's like dance camp.
That would be
like
that's a
that.
bad funeral song.
Yeah.
Actually, Cotton Eye Joe pretty much ticks all the boxes, I think. You might play it at a wedding, but it's gotta be, you really gotta want it.
Somebody had mentioned on one of these threads that Cannibal Corpse has a song called "I Come Blood."
I'm hardcore though. Like I would love that kind of shit at my wedding. Like I'd be like, make sure that's there. Like hire a metal band.
Hey, I'm with you.
Hey, can you guys cover this one song?
Again, at the strip club. Oh, here we go. Jody says, "Tiptoe through the tulips." Okay.
Oh, Tiny Tim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want that.
That'd be hard.
Another one from my list says "Rape Me" by Nirvana.
Oy vey.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that's a whole nother kind of level of intensity. Like definitely probably wouldn't play that at a wedding or a funeral, but everyone should definitely listen to that song.
Okay. This is my.
What about Love is flowing like a river, flowing out of you and me. Isn't that not so good at that strip club?
I mean, perhaps.
What was why was this guy famous? I never. I mean, this was before my time. I don't get it. I
Because
mean,
he sold his soul to Satan.
is that why?
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
do.
But you think you'd at least think Satan would give us some good stuff, you know?
Well, that's-
I don't get it.
That's
Maybe
a
I
great
just don't
song.
get it.
And his other song that's on SpongeBob, this one,
Mm.
he talks in it. Here you
yeah. It just seems like that's when the drugs turn on you, is when you start hearing shit that sounds like that.
Yeah. That's where you can't fight in your car.
Your set and setting are all screwed up at that point.
What about any Yoko Ono song from like at a strip club? That would be kind of good, wouldn't it?
That's just a don't play it anyway. Does anybody listen to Yoko Ono on purpose?
I didn't think they use it.
It's not. I'm not gonna
All right.
shit talk her or anything like that. But like, there's got to be somebody out there.
Dude,
Who's
she's
like, oh my
doing
God,
it. Making lots of money. I mean,
the
even
next
before she
Plastic
met
Ono
John
band's
Lennon.
got 95 people in it.
Yeah. Okay. So the last one I have that I give it an A+ for creativity. However, we are pretty PC here, and we most certainly don't want to shame anybody for whatever they choose to do in their life that acts as a peaceful person. But if you take the stereotypical asshole jockey guy kind of a thing, jockey guy thing,
Dog yanker.
the worst
Dog
case
yankers.
scenario for a guy that's scared of gay people, I suppose, would be
Homophobic.
"Dude Looks Like a Lady" by Aerosmith might not be your choice of dance dollar dance song or what. No, I thought that was
it would
funny.
be worse. It'd be even worse if they were a transvestite, like man into a woman, and then you played that because like transvestite men who want to, I don't know what it's called, but like, so I guess transvestite woman, but like when a man wants to be a woman,
Yeah.
they don't like want to be associated with like any kind of man thing. So if you like say like yes sir to him or like yeah dude, like even that or bro, they get like very like they'll like tell you if they're like
Oh yeah.
about it, unless
Yeah.
they're shy. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, I mean that's just
But
universal.
personal
If you're shy.
experience. I remember somebody I was in a band with actually, and like I would and I just call everybody dude, but like I couldn't call her a dude.
Yeah, I mean, we advocate for normalizing
So
society and stuff like that, but
that would totally make somebody upset. If
Don't.
like dude looks like a lady for like a transvestite, like somebody who
Mhm.
wants to be a woman and says you dude.
Or
You
somebody
look,
that
like,
really
they don't
just,
even want to be a dude anymore.
or if somebody just really fucking hates Aerosmith.
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck.
Like let's
They have a
eschew
right
the
at
whole.
this,
Let's step
fuck
aside of the
Aerosmith.
whole gender thing for a second, or what somebody
Yeah,
wants to be referred to as.
Aerosmith,
If I know, and I'm not. Once again, I'm not shit talking. But if you really fucking hate Aerosmith, you really hate that band.
and pink isn't your favorite crayon.
No.
I love pink.
Flesh.
He has a
Flesh.
If you haven't,
You know why I
Heard-
like the color pink?
sure, let's hear it.
Because we're all pink on the inside.
Up!
hmm
Aw. DJ Nini, you're gonna want to check out a song called "Pink" by Aerosmith. It's probably one of the worst songs
Don't do it.
that ever made it on pop radio, and that's where he mentions
Oh, yeah, I
Pink was
God.
my favorite crayon. The whole thing is talking about pink, anyway. But
I'll
you
check
might
it
be
out.
you might be
Don't.
able to spin it into something fun or useful.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'll check it out. All right.
You know what? We have reached the end of our show, man.
We
This
have.
is 1
We-
hour. Holy macaroni.
Why is time having its way with us?
I don't know. We most certainly want to thank Jody and Julio. What about Pink Cigarette?
It's a ween song.
And also thank you to Denise who jumped in the chat here today. Once again, Nini, where could people find you?
DJ Nini 757.
And do you have like an Instagram or something like that as well that you like to?
Yeah, you can find that at DJ Nini 757.
The same thing. Sweet. It's all consistent.
I like that. That's marketing. That's a good branding strategy right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, 757, but that's like my area code. That's where I live. I want to get out. Like, I want to branch out more, but we gotta start. We gotta start
Local.
somewhere.
Yeah. You'll
Yeah.
be able to add like a hyphen someday.
Yeah, and VB, like 757 is a really great place. Like if you're in the 757, like you're in a great area. Like you're having fun somewhere or another. And if you're not, like, you're the one that fucked up.
Then you're
Because
not in
we're just for
757.
And you're not 757.
lovers.
All right.
Yeah, then
Well,
they took you
fuck
out
'em
of
all.
there.
Julio says, thank you, Nini, for being a guest tonight. We want to thank you, and we'll have to next time that you come on,
Thanks for coming back on.
maybe this time next year, if you get some video of you doing your thing and bring like a minute or two clip.
Yeah.
We've been incorporating clips lately into our show. Let's
The
do
internet
that
Caught up with us.
so that people can
That'd
see
be great.
you in action. We wish you all the best, folks, and also we hope we see you next week. That's it. Thank you, Nini.
Thank you.
Hey, bye now.
Thanks a million.
Thanks for coming
Good
out.
night.
Hey.
Good luck.
Boo.